Hello, friends. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Michelle Fondin, and I'm the author of Chakra Healing for Vibrant Energy, Exploring Your 7 Energy Centers with Mindfulness, Yoga, and Ayurveda. All of my books are available in paperback, Kindle, and Audible books. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for subscribing below. Click on the bell, scroll up to all for all notifications. And thank you for giving the video a thumbs up. I do readings, 30, 60, and 90-minute readings, twin flame romance, general readings, life path and purpose. You can book that at my website, michellefondinauthor.com. Welcome to my series on healing twin flames. And in this series, I already did one video on what is a chakra. So I will post that link right here. And today we're going to talk about the root chakra healing for twin flames. So if you're interested, please do stay tuned. Now, what is the root chakra? The root chakra is the chakra at the base of the spine. The color is red. That's why I'm wearing red today. It is called the Muladhara chakra, it means root, literally, in Sanskrit. So the Muladhara chakra, the root chakra that sits at the base of the spine, which is the pelvic floor plus the first 3 vertebrae. Now, most of us happen to sometimes be ungrounded or imbalanced in the root chakra. And a question that came to me is, why are twin flames so ungrounded in the root chakra? And the answer is quite simple. Anyone who is going through a spiritual awakening can certainly feel ungrounded. And here's the reason why. Because you are ascending into the higher states of consciousness. You're ascending into the higher levels of yourself, your higher spiritual self. You're connecting more effectively to spirit. And additionally, for twin flames, you are having a spiritual experience with your twin flame, whether it be a divine masculine or feminine. And so all of those experiences can be extremely ungrounding, where you don't feel very rooted to the earth anymore. And you might not even feel rooted to your everyday existence, to your everyday life. So why is it really important that we heal this root chakra and that we get grounded once again? Well, the main reason is pretty logical and simple. And that reason is you live on earth. Even though you are a spiritual being having a human experience, you've chosen to live in this world. So since you've chosen to live in this world, it's necessary that you do the things that allow you to live in this world. What does that mean? It means feeding your body properly, giving it the proper exercise, going out, getting a job, earning income, getting money so that you can pay for food, shelter, and pay other bills that are necessary. In other words, it's important that you really ground yourself to live this life. Now, many enlightened beings, or those who are fully awakened, have a difficult time with this. They have a difficult time with living a human life. And I write a lot about that in my book, Heal Yourself, A Return to Wholeness, the integration of body, mind, soul, and spirit. Enlightened souls have a very difficult time wanting a human body, wanting a human incarnation, and wanting to do things such as pay attention to their body and their body's signals, grounding themselves on earth, eating the proper foods, having an exercise regime, getting the proper sleep. All of those things can help you to remain grounded on earth, not to mention making an income, making money. A lot of spiritual people are very opposed to making money. And the reality is, if you are to live on earth in this incarnation, it's important that you work to make money. So there is no shame in that. It's just a part of your own human existence. Now, most people on the planet, not only twin flames or those who are awakened, most of the people on the planet are not balanced in their root chakra. And here's why. The root chakra is a very basic chakra, although it's really, really important. So it's basic in the sense that it's getting our base needs met, our basic needs met. So what do we need? Food, water, shelter, basic needs. And we also need human contact, really. That's another basic human need. Now, since it deals with our basic human needs like security, making sure you are sheltered and fed and all of that, then most people tend to worry a lot around those things, whether I am getting enough food or having enough money to pay for food or having enough money for my shelter or paying my bills. When you are rooted in worry, fear about the basic necessities of life, then you are constantly in a state of imbalance in your root chakra. So, of course, the psychological response for the root chakra is fight, flight, or freeze response. And since 90% of the population or more are constantly living in this fight, flight, or freeze response, then again, most people tend to be imbalanced in their root chakra. But as I mentioned, for twin flames, it's important not to ignore the root chakra, because in order to ascend higher while you're still alive, you must remain rooted to the earth. And so what are some ways in which we can remain rooted to the earth? Now, I would say the simplest way is to meditate. Now, that sounds counterintuitive. I'm going to be honest with you. It does sound counterintuitive because meditation helps you to connect to your higher spiritual self, to universal consciousness, but it's doing two things. It's rooting you to earth while you ascend. So it's a really good grounding technique. Other grounding techniques that are really good for root chakra healing are grounding techniques, such as walking on the earth. So you might want to go bare feet in the grass, on the sand, by a river or stream, walking into the ocean. So getting earth's elements on your feet, on your body, and being able to infuse yourself into earth energy. Those are really quick ways of getting yourself grounded again. Now, we live in a world that is virtual most of the time. Most people happen to be on their phones, computers, the internet. And when you are living in a virtual world, that is extremely ungrounding, because the virtual world exists more up in your head rather than in your body. Grounding, and especially the first three chakras, it's important to live in your body, to feel into your body, to experience the body as it's connected to the earth. So think about it as a spiritual being having a human experience. If you're all up in your head, you're not having much of a human experience, because in order to experience a human experience, all the five senses must be activated, not just one or two. So usually if we are in our virtual worlds, we have our visual perception that is activated. We have our auditory perception that is activated. We don't really have our touch so much, our skin contact with maybe with your device, but not with much else. We don't have our sense of smell in the virtual world, right? So we don't have our sense of taste either in the virtual world. So our senses are not all activated when we're constantly living in the virtual world. Now, the root chakra is earthy. So the root chakra means that the best way to reconnect to the root chakra is to activate your five senses. And that's why it's really important to ground yourself to Mother Earth as a daily practice. so that you are activating all these 5 senses, like as your feet touch the earth, as you smell the fresh air, as you hear the birds chirping or the seagulls chirping as they go by. It's really important, again, to connect yourself in order to remain grounded. And if it's been a while since you've connected with Mother Nature, with nature's elements, then rest assured you're probably feeling quite ungrounded. Another thing is eating grounding foods that come from the earth. And so that's like another little tip for you, that if you're really feeling flighty, you're feeling all up in your head, if you've been feeling a lot of communication in the 5D from your divine masculine, or you're getting a lot of downloads from angelic presence, again, you can feel a little up in the air, a little flighty. And eating grounding foods such as, potatoes, sweet potatoes, eating heavy grains, right? Like barley, even wheat. I know wheat gets a bad rap these days, but most people are not allergic to wheat. Just so you know, most people are not. Some people are, but most people are not. But eating more carbohydrates, right? Getting more earthy foods versus just eating salads or eating cold foods or drinking a lot of smoothies or sodas or something like that. So eating a lot of root vegetables, for example, is a great way to ground you back to earth. And so if you're having trouble with your twin flame in the 3D existence, then chances are part of the reason, now not all the reason, it's extremely complex as I speak about on my channel, but part of the reason might be that you are ungrounded in your root chakra and you're not really immersing yourself fully in your human existence. You're not immersing yourself fully in your body. And in one of the shorts that I produced on Mindfulness Challenge, I said something about eating a meal in silence. And that is going to help you to have the full-on sensory perception of eating and experiencing it through the different tastes. And again, those types of grounding activities are only going to enhance your human experience and help you to connect on a much deeper level to yourself, to your body, to yourself. So I hope these little tips were helpful, Twin Flame. We're going to move on through the chakras each week to help Twin Flames ascend higher by balancing and reintegrating the lessons of their chakras. So I want to thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for subscribing to my channel below. Click on the bell, scroll up to all for all notifications, and thank you for giving the video a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing this video with other Twin Flames, and thank you so much for your support of my YouTube channel. You can buy a book or 2 or 3. You can join one of my Twin Flame boot camps, and in fact, we really do a deep dive into Twin Flame healing in those boot camps. You can also join my meditation course, and I will see you in the next video.